Hello, Johnna with Johnna's Journey. It's Friday. Hope everybody's enjoying it so far. Hope everybody's not suffocating to death. Hot, hot, hot. Making sure. So, hopping on, see who all can usual. Got a lot of errands done today. I've got some crocheting done today, not a lot. I did finish the blanket. I got me a doll for the toilet paper doll, but we'll see. Hello, Lenora. What? Yes, I got the blanket all the way finished. I got a doll to put in the toilet paper doll thingy, but it's not to keep in it. It's so I can see how it's going to work. It's actually probably going to be a doll for Everly to keep to play with. So, but anyway, I caught up with you on the Granny Square almost. I took another route, so I had to redo what I was doing. So, because whenever I actually set all my colors out, it's like, I'm going to save that block, but I'm going to do another one. You come on during supper time. Give us some warning. Sorry. We just got done with supper, and I told Whitney, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and go on for a little bit. So, I'll be on here for a while. Go eat supper and come back. Go eat and come back. I'll be here for a while. So, but anyway, now that I'm not looking for them, but I told Whitney, I said, I'm still picking them up because I said, if I make another one, I'm going to be mad if I don't get these. Remember whenever I was on the hunt for these? For my little snail? Yeah. Now they have them. So I went ahead and picked up one package because otherwise I was going to be mad if I didn't. I knew I would be. So anyway, there's that. But what if I miss something? I doubt you're going to miss too much. Nobody's, I don't know. I don't know that you're going to miss anything. You can maybe, I mean, you can listen to me, I guess. You can listen. But anyway, so I'll move on to the doll. This is a doll. I just picked it up at Dollar Tree. You know, I'm packing you around. Hey, that's okay. Pack me around. Pack me around. I have a doll in here now. Now, I don't have her sewn together. It's not all fitted up or anything like that. But it does definitely look better now that I stuck a doll in there to at least make sure that I have it centered. And it looks like I do. Because I was scared to death it wasn't going to be centered. So I am going to get a picture of this taken and send to her because we really do need to find a doll because like right now, look, I just have her shoved up in there and her little legs, her legs are just a cramping her big time. So anyway, I still feel like it needs a bigger toilet paper roll in it though too. But anyway, for the most part, I stuck her in here. It makes a big difference. You know, she's not in there perfect because she's not fitted right in there or whatever. Definitely would recommend getting the pick dolls instead of a doll, of course. You know. So, but anyway, I think it's going to be doable. I think it's going to be fine. And Everly has her another Barbie doll to play with. And it's not an actual Barbie. Like I said, it's a knockoff Dollar Tree. As you all can tell. So anyway, we really do need to try to get, because whenever the lady gets it, I don't know that she's, I mean, she does crochet, so it might be okay. She might go ahead and sew it together, you know, herself. So anyway, I need to get a picture taken and sent to her so then I can get the last of this delivered then. So yeah, I thought it made a big difference too. So I'm happy about that. And let's see, I did get the blanket done. It's going to be kind of hard to show it, but this thing is so heavy, but it is so nice. And the colors in it go without me thinking about it. And seriously, I wasn't even thinking about it. Was not even thinking about it. I have those two chairs that flank my fireplace, and these are the colors that are in that chair, both of those chairs. So it is, yeah. So yes, it is massive, and I got it all sewn together. It's as tall as me, and that ain't saying much though. So at least whenever you sit, you can use it as a throw. I mean, I'll definitely be able to cozy up with it if I decide to keep it. I mean, because right here, the way I have it just at my feet, and I still have all of this that I can just get all snuggled up with. So it made a nice one, but the thing is to sell these. I mean, it took every bit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 of these skeins of this yarn times $12 is what the original price of those skeins are. It would be, yeah, I would have to charge quite a bit. And yes, it is massive. Hello, Paula. How are you? So yes, but I love it. I love the colors. I love the way it went together. I just ended up doing like a slip stitch to join them in the back. And I kind of like it because I mean, you can do it reversible. I mean, still, you know, it's not a big deal. And it did, the weaving in and everything done great. Didn't have any problems with weaving it at all. And with this yarn, it just kind of hides well anyway. So I'm pleased with it. I know it's kind of, you know, odd color mismatch or whatever, but that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be kind of that scrappy look without it being like actual scrap. So I got that all sewn together and done. So I've had it laying in the living room. Oh, I missed one. I wondered if I didn't get some of them. I went through it twice to make sure that I had everything wove in, but I'll go ahead and weave this last one in. So yeah, it's pretty big. It kind of reminds me of a weighted blanket is what it reminds me of, you know. And I've always wanted a weighted blanket, and I've never got one. So I guess this could be my weighted blanket if I decide that I'm going to keep it for me. We'll see. Would I make another one like this? Yeah, I would. It was fun doing it. It was not hard at all. It went very quickly, even with it being this bulky yarn. You know, I thought maybe it would really bother me as far as like with my hands and everything, with it being thicker and heavier and everything and maneuvering it and stuff, but really it didn't. It didn't bother me at all. I would definitely like to make one in kind of a chunky acrylic, I think. But this is the first time that I've used that blanket yarn to actually crochet a blanket. I've just used it for the amigurumi stuff, and that's all I've used it for. The only other time is whenever I've used the super chunky to do like the finger crochet. So now I'll move on to, the Jake Owen t-shirt. I tried to sit him over here a little bit better. I'll try to move him down. I don't know if I'm going to get him moved or not. I don't know. You can see one side of him anyway. And so I have got him put together. He, she, whatever. I've got it put together. So, and it does come down a little ways, you know, from the t-shirt. And whenever I came up with this idea, I seriously didn't realize that there were so many other people doing this. I really didn't, honestly, because I don't really go looking. I had inspiration I found one that was like a short one. But now that I've started working on this, then I see this everywhere where it's like longer on the sides. That's okay. But it's just funny because I really, usually I come across something, and we'll kind of, but anyway, I still made it my own. Now, I talked about getting a cutter. Yeah, I think the colors they do go good together, don't they? With the shirt and everything. Um, the cutter that I talked about here a while back that I was going to go on Amazon and try to get, decided to go against it because, and it may be the same girl that I got the inspiration for the short one from. I don't remember because hers is short. She was taking, which I know this and I knew you can do it, but I wasn't thinking. And I saw her working on hers because she had like a little reel or whatever going. And she just sewed hers. She just took her yarn and sewed it with a needle. And I was like, Johnna Clark. It's like, why didn't you even think about that? Whatever. I wasn't thinking. So that's what I'm going to do. So whenever I was at Hobby Lobby today, I ended up getting a sharper needle, a little bit longer, something specifically made to be able to do that with. It's not a super long needle, but I can use it with my amigurumi stuff too. I think there's a couple of different sizes actually in there, but they're made for the purpose of doing. So I was like, for $1.50 and about 6 needles in there, where it was going to cost me, I don't know, maybe about $10 or $15 to get this one rotary cutter, which would have been fine because it came with a lot of discs and stuff, and maybe I would have used them, maybe I wouldn't have. But it's like I wasn't guaranteed that I was going to like it, and it wasn't even guaranteed that it was going to work necessarily, because I use the rotary cutters just for the regular cutting, but I never used it for that type of thing of like cutting the slits into material to allow for sewing on. So this way I think is going to be better. I just sew it into the t-shirt, go about half an inch or so, and something like that, and just go from there. And it'll be just as nice and work just as well. So that's what I'm going to do. So I have like 3 other t-shirts over here ready to go. I just need to decide on my colors for sure what I'm going to do. But there's other stuff I want to do before that kind of. I'll work in between on them. But I definitely have 3 more in line that I do want to do. So we'll see the outcome. Some of those may not be as long-tailed. Some of them may have a shorter tail on them. I don't know for sure what I want to do with those. I just kind of wait on each project what it tells me to do, to tell you the truth, and that's the way I've always been. So not going to change that. So that's exciting that I've got that done. And like I said, I changed my mind on once I got all of my yarn set out for the granny square cardigan. Kind of duster jacket thing that Lenora and I are going to be working on together. No, I don't want my green screen. We don't want that. Oh, there we go. It gave it to me anyway. There we go. I laid them all out and it was like, no, I can't proceed with what I have. So nothing wrong with what I did. I am going to keep that square because I probably will go on and do another cardigan at some point in time. Don't know if it'll be the duster length or not, but it may be another shorter length. Don't know yet. So, but I am going to keep it for future. But since I don't have, because I'm not buying anything, I'm not buying any yarn for this. That's not my plan at all. I want to use what I have. And since I didn't have enough of the linen color, which is kind of like your brownie taupey kind of, I love the color. I love the linen color. I decided to go with gray because I have plenty of gray yet left over. Plus I have this from Big Twist, the value pound plus whatever. So whenever I went, like I said, to get all of my colors out, it was like, okay, you're going to do something different. So I did. And what I have been doing to incorporate my gray to kind of go along is that I'm doing a color, then doing a shade of gray. Doing a color, doing a shade of gray. So this is what I've come up with so far. And I'm not hating it. And I've got my green. I started with my greens first. Then I worked out to my blues, different shades of blue and kind of turquoisey and things like that. I kind of incorporated some of the turquoise kind of, I guess that's turquoise. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But you know what I mean. Teal, whatever. And then went into my blues. And then I graduated then into like another kind of tealy turquoise darker color to kind of finish out those blues. And then I started with a purple. So this is kind of a little bit of a lighter purple, like a French purple or something like that. I don't remember what it was called. But anyway, I went ahead with that shade of purple and then a darker, deeper kind of grape color. And I thought that I had some lighter purple, but I don't. So it was like, okay, too bad, so sad, because you ain't buying none. So I just stuck with those two shades of purple. I haven't even got to my browns yet. And I'm on row, I think there was 23 rows in that big square. I tried to count it on the picture to see how many rows there were on the original picture that Lenora sent me that we're going to go off of. And I think it was 23 rounds. Am I correct on that, Lenora, or not? Hey, Scrollin', how are you? So glad to see ya. Yay. So, anyway, I'm on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So, 22 is the one gray round that I'm putting in between. And then I can switch to another color. But then I'll want to do this gray color on top of that. So what I really need to do is get at 23 rounds, go ahead and measure that out for my body, because I may need to do a little bit more. I don't know. Okay, Lenora. So anyway, like I said, I tried to count. I could have been totally off. So, but I know Lenora was kind of going by the colors and stuff of what she wanted to do. She was kind of mimicking the same color pattern and stuff. So she has a better count on it than I do. So after I get done with this big square for the back part of the duster, then I don't know what I'm going to do next. If I'm going to work on just the granny squares, because there are bigger patches, like on the arms and stuff, I think it is. I'll have to reference my picture real quick. Because I think I have it in my email, I think, or not. Yeah, she sent it on email to me. So anyway, wake up now. So what time is it again for you, Scarlett? And were you here whenever I showed the blanket that I had gotten it done? I've got it folded up, but here is the blanket. And it is huge. It's ginormous. Thank you. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, finally. I had to turn off that alarm because, oh my gosh, it was driving me crazy. Okay. So anyway, like I said, once I get this bigger panel done, then I'm going to have to just measure it for me and my body type, but I want to make sure I have the right amount of rounds too. So Luna, 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 she is thirsty. It is so stinking hot still outside. Oh my gosh, I think it's supposed to be worse than the first round of hot we had. So I'm not looking forward to that. 25 rounds, the last one being in your primary color. The sleeves are 20 rounds, with the last round being in primary color. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Lenora. Oh, so it's, almost 1 o'clock. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it, scrolling. Okay, so once I get to the round 25, I should be okay. I'm still going to measure it to make sure. So then I can make sure that it's, going to fit around me okay, and all that kind of good stuff. So now it says no adjustment needed for size, but we know how that can be. Yes. And I realize it's open front and all of that, but still, if you want it to kind of come around you a little bit more, and I'm a little more busty and stuff, so it's like I want it to lay on me, right? So yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear, right? And it may be that they did kind of do it as an oversized, but not, that doesn't always, like you just said, we know how that can go, because I do. There's been some that I've done. It's like, okay, it says oversized, or this amount of chains, this lengths and whatever. It's like, then I get to doing it, and it's like, okay, this is like extra small. It's no, it's not even the right measurements. It's right straight, pretty well. Well, yeah, on my oven clock, it's saying 6 o'clock, so 6 p.m. So it's still light out. We're not dark yet, but 6 o'clock. And for ones that are popping in that weren't here for me to show some of the finished products and stuff, feel free to ask. I mean, I'll show them every now and then, but if anybody's popping in for that, I've already showed some stuff, but feel free to ask if you want to see it, whatever. So with it being 25 rounds, I should be able to start some of my brown, and I can still incorporate the browns, the different shades of those warm colors and stuff too, with the rest of the squares throughout, and even like on the arms and stuff like that. Yeah, I was going to try to go into my email. What's... Oh, that's your granny square. Okay, so yeah, the arms then are just one big granny square then. So that, yeah. That is cool. Because I didn't pay real close attention to see about that for the sleeves. So again, just to show some of you all that are here, it's going to be, that is what we're working on. And I don't know if I took a screenshot or not of it, because like I said, I should put it up like in the background on my green screen whenever we're working on it, so people know what we're working on. If I could get it right, because then I'd have to be moving probably all the time for anybody to see it. I don't know. So, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to keep refreshing tonight. I don't know why, but I just get those feelings sometimes that I was trying to think if there was anything else kind of neat. Oh, I did find some ribbons and things to go with my cowls for like for Christmas, to have some Christmas colored cowls. So I did pick up some ribbons for that they had marked down for like 3-yard spools that are normally, $2.99, $3.99, whatever. They did have some marked down on back in the clearance. So I got a few spools of those for like $1, little over $1 maybe. That I didn't think were too bad. So, there was a couple that were a little bit wider, but I'll be able to cut those down and use them just fine, because I want that rough look, that kind of roughed edge look anyway. So I was happy about that. Plus, I still had gift cards left over that I didn't think that maybe I had anything left on the one. And the other one, I was like, oh, I'll probably just have a little bit. No, I still had quite a bit, and I have some left over yet. So today didn't cost me anything because I had gift cards. So I was happy about that. And while I was there, even though it wasn't the percentage off, I went ahead and got me some scrubby yarn, because I am completely out and I am going to have to get some made. And they're a quick make, and I just want to get them done. So I did go ahead and do that. But after all my scarf, it's done, a crochet 3 poncho. After you're done with your scarf, you're going to make a poncho? Or make 3 ponchos? Make a poncho. Yes, and the ponchos, I love the ponchos. And I'm rotating this, so after I get done with the one, then I go to the next corner, so then I don't have like all of my little ends all in the same place. So I've been rotating that. You keep that out. Keep that out. I took my little bag earlier today because we went, like I said, went to town and stuff. So I really want to start on my pink next. So this is a blush that I'm going to use. I just got done with the lighter of the gray. So I'm going to go with my blush first. And then I have this really pink, hot pink, which is more of a magenta, maybe, or fuchsia. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, shocking pink is what they call it on here. So I think it's really pretty. And I do want a few like bolder colors, like this neon green, and like even this kind of, grape purple. And because it'll go, because against these other colors, they're just going to blend, you know, and just kind of go. So I'm not being afraid of any of that. And you know, once I got done with this blanket and realized how many skeins of that bulky, you know, Bernat yarn, it was like that took out 6 big chunky skeins of me having to try to find a place for it. And it was like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting that I got him that I went through him, you know, and didn't have to worry about, okay, where am I gonna? So, because they're just so bulky. Yes, I love this pink. It's just a blush, it's just a kiss, but it has some warmth to it. You know, it's kind of like a flesh, kind of has a warm tone, you know, a little bit. So I think it's going to go pretty good. And then kind of counteract a little bit the darker pink, because I'm going from lightest to darkest is what I'm trying to do on all the color shades. But the brands that I have picked out, I have this other Pound Plus, Value Pound Plus, and I love the shade. I love this color. Toffee. I'm going to have to open it anyway, so. But it is such a pretty, pretty color. Toffee. And then this is kind of that mustard, and it is called mustard. I had it picked out already in here. And then this may be toffee too. No, it's camel. Love that one. So see, those are all my different shades there. And then I actually like this as kind of a rust color, because it kind of takes on a rust color depending on what you put it against. It's called dark coral, but to me it kind of takes on a rust color against like some of those browns. So I'm going to incorporate this one too. Don't know that I'll get it on this bigger panel, but I will get started with my brown, possibly have one row of my browns. I don't know yet. We'll see. They may get incorporated on my sleeves. I may just start out with them or end up with something somehow. I'll get them incorporated on my sleeves probably. Because what I thought about doing was, okay, the ones that I don't get on this bigger square, then whenever I start my sleeves, then I can start with the ones that didn't make it to the big back square, and then resume from the center of this big square and work those colors again, you know. So then I make sure that I do get all my colors covered, you know. Because what I have here is what I'm using. I'm not going to pick out any more. I didn't want any reds or anything with this one. I chose not to pick any of those. No bright, bright oranges. I wanted something more of a warm orange, but I didn't have anything. So this dark coral was the next best thing, kind of, to a rusty, orangey, kind of, you know, warm color. So, yeah, they're big skeins. They're big because they're the pound plus. So they're just a just a tad over a pound of yarn. And whenever I went and done that haul, that Joann's haul, they had it in white, and I grabbed up white because I will use it. I mean, like we've talked about before, I was running out last year during Christmas time. So I need to make some more snowmen because all my snowmen are gone. So I need to make some more of those. And I think I'm going to do them a little bit different this year. I'm not going to do them the exact same. And I'm going to make some Santa Clauses, I think, that are kind of similar to the snowmen, but make them into Santas. I have a little pattern in my head that I've kind of mulled over in my head. So see how that goes. And I took from the wrong side. Oh well, I'm already out. I'm not ripping it out. I'm going for it. I'll just have to suck it up on turning my skein instead of going from the main pole because I wasn't paying attention. That's all right. So with your poncho or ponchos scrolling, are you going to do like assorted colors or just one main color? Have you thought about that yet? What you're going to do? 3 or 4 colors? Yeah. Make it fun. So are you going into like your fall and winter going to be starting to do that transition like we are scrolling? Prepping for a market next year. Okay, yeah, you have mentioned that before. That you had one coming up next year. Well, hello, Positive. How are you? And I am cheating, and because I can't do that anymore. It's bugging the heck out of me. Okay. Chilling for a bit. Went to Rogers, Ohio flea market today. Oh wow. So did you get any goods? Anything good? Anything rare? Different? Gotcha. There's a flea market that I have wanted to go to that's up by my oldest, but we've not ever went to it yet. But I did find a 1966 Gumby shaker toy, $1. Oh my gosh. Worth 30 to 50. Oh wow. Isn't that pretty cool whenever you come across things like that and you kind of know, or if you don't and look it up, you know that it's probably worth something, but then you get surprised about just how much it can be worth. No, I'd say not bad at all. that's part of the fun of going and looking at those, you know, and digging and just, you know, seeing what people have. Because a lot of people, it's just they've had it so long they just want to get rid of it, you know. And I'm kind of surprised that some of them don't research more than what they do, you know. But again, I think they're just like, no, pass it on to somebody else, you know. Did not have service, so I couldn't look it up. Yeah, right. Don't even know what that. Don't even know. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Okay, well, I just dropped that. Hello, Josiah. I am working on the granny square panel for our cardigan, duster cardigan thing that we're getting ready to, that me and Lenora are working on together. So, thank you. And I finished my blanket, the Bernat blanket yarn blanket. I think you have been here when I was working on that, Josiah. And got the t-shirt put together. Okay, I'll hold it up here in a second. Let me get this stitch done so you can see it. I have it laying here. It's big, it's bulky, but I like it. Oh my, okay. Oh boy. So I have it folded in half. So this is it. I'll have to take a picture and put it up on the board, up on the community board thing. So, but yeah, it's a big one. And it's so nice and squishy. It really is. And I was saying earlier, it reminds me of a weighted blanket. And I've always wanted a weighted blanket. And so I got me a weighted blanket if I decide to keep it for me. Because it actually has the colors in it of two chairs that I have in my living room that flank my little fireplace thing. So it would go with my colors. So, but thank you, Josiah. I appreciate that. It was fun to work on. It really was. I did enjoy it. And it worked up really fast because I had it done in a couple of days. 2.5 days, something like that, maybe. But it's because it was the chunkier yarn. If I would have done it in regular, I'd probably still be working on it. Wow, how long have you been on live? I have been on for a little over 45 minutes. I came on earlier than usual, but we got supper over and done with. I had the kitchen cleaned up pretty well, everything put away, and I just told Whitney, I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and get on. So, and there's a show of an evening that we'd like to watch. So I was like, if it ends up running over or whatever, then I thought, well, I'll go ahead and do this while he's watching the news and watching some of his other stuff. And what type of crochet hook is that? It's one from Hobby Lobby with the wooden handle. It's a little bit longer. I like it for that, and I do like the wooden handle. It's a 5.5 millimeter, so it's an eye hook. So yeah, the eye hook is actually my favorite hook. So. Because I tend to crochet a little bit on the tighter side, not super tight, but if I would do an H or a 5 millimeter, I wouldn't have the drape as much as what I want. So that's why I'm going with the eye hook. So, and it's just the Hobby Lobby brand. Most of my hooks are the boy hooks. That's what mine have always been. My hooks are old. I don't. The only new hooks I have are that I did get G, H, and I, and I always go by the letters of these hooks. So the hook looks cool. Yeah, and I do. I like the wooden handle. I really do. And I like it being just a little bit longer. I feel like it just goes on my hand better. And I like that because I feel like I have more control. And not that I was losing control with the shorter one, but it's just different, more comfortable. Yep. .5 the best. And that's pretty small. If you're talking millimeter, that's pretty small. But I use those small hooks. I do. trying to remember what hook I used for this toilet paper doll, because I did finally get a doll to put this in. I just got a cheap doll, and she's kind of all wonky right now. She is centered and everything, but right now it doesn't look like she is, but she is. And I'm trying to remember what hook size I used for this, because I used the fashion yarn that's a little bit thicker, and I can't remember now what size I used. Luna, you were just outside panting like mad. Okay, now I'll go back to, this is Graybeard, is the darker gray that I'm using right now. I don't know what the name of the lighter one is. Light gray. Got fancy with that name. What is the smallest hook that you have ever used? Oh gosh. Where's my thingy at? I'll be right back. Well, I found my 1.5, but I'm thinking that I used one that was even smaller than this whenever I did my doilies and stuff. So I know for sure 1.5. So but I don't know where the rest of my hooks are right now. Because I put some of them up of my really small ones, because I have a lot of duplicate of my really small ones. Because I got a lot from my great aunt even. So yeah, we'll at least go with this one for right now. For right now. That is so small, I could literally never go under anything besides like a 4mm. Yeah, and the 4, I like the 4. But yeah, it's pretty small. You can't really, I mean, it's like a needle almost. So and I don't mind the 4mm at all. I mean, I've used it several times. I like for some stuff, for like if I want a smaller hook and still have, like doing my amigurumi type stuff, if I'm using like an acrylic yarn, I'll use the EF lettered, and I am so used to the letters. I am so totally used to the letters. But Those are the ones that I enjoy for those, because I can still get kind of tighter stitches and stuff, even if they're a little bit on the bigger side. It just depends on the thickness of the acrylic, because some can be considered a 4-weight, and I'd almost swear that they're a 5-weight, and some that are says they're a 4-weight, and I could swear that they were more of like a 3-weight or a sport weight, you know. So even in some of them that are classified as a 4-weight in acrylic, they're not all equal. Whitney, can you let her out again? Because, and maybe it is because she did eat her supper. I don't know. Because she was literally just out. But she did drink a bunch of water too. I forgot about that. Because usually when she keeps after like that, it usually does mean that she literally does need to go out instead of just out to play. Oh, okay. Okay, they did do them the same on both arms, it looks like. Maybe, maybe not. I think they did. It's been going really good, Josiah. It's been a good day. Got some errands run this morning. It's so hot though. It is, I mean, I don't know. I said this summer I really haven't got to enjoy it as far as being outside because it's been so stinking hot. I mean, usually hot does not bother me, but I mean, the humidity has just been atrocious. It's crazy. It's just, and that's what I can't stand is the humidity. Because that's, I mean, that's where we're at. We're just pure humidity. But other than that, it's been great. Got a lot done. So, how has your day been? And now I'm going to get tangled up since we're at the end of this cake. And that's one thing I'm so excited about is that I'm getting through this caked up yarn. I am so excited. It's been like 106, 105 where I'm at. It is so hot and my day has been good right now. I'm making a big crochet ghost out of a bulky purple. Oh, cool. You should send us an email on that so we can see that when you're done with that. I'm sure it'll look awesome. And yeah, with the humidity and everything, it's been every bit of that here for us too. Upwards of like 110. So I feel you. I feel you. Oh, I was like, thank goodness Lou wasn't out there for that, but she was. Oh my gosh, Luna. Hold on, I'll be right back. There's somebody on the flatbed with the dog. And she wasn't really chasing him. I don't know what's now she's chasing. Luna! Luna, come on. Yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that. Okay, I'm back. Oh, jeez. My email address is in my description, so. Yeah, I always leave it in there, so. So yeah, whenever I always leave it open for people if they want to share and be able to show everybody, because right now that's the only way that I can really share and have other people kind of be, you know, because I can't do the go live with me anymore for some reason, like I've already talked about. So until I get something else figured out or something, I don't know. I have other platforms and other ways of doing it, but I just don't really want to do them that way. So we shall see. So, we just do it old school. Send me the pictures and I can show them off of what I have here and show everybody. Uh, okay. I think this is the same. Yes, this is Graybeard too. I thought it was. Excuse me. Get you a drink. Or did you drink all your water already? I'm not getting you another cookie right now because you already had one just a little bit ago. You'll have to wait. How much more time do you think it's going to take you to finish the thing you're working on now? It's going to take me a few days. It's going to take me a few days because this is what we're working on. And I'm just on this panel right here. I'm about done with that panel. So it's going to take a few days. You're not going to talk Dowdy into doing that. Nope. Nope. Sorry, miss. Nope, nope, nope. You can have one later, but not right now. Oh, well, I hope it looked good in the end. Yes, it will. There's no way I'm going to get it done tonight. No way. Not today. It's kind of like a crochet along type thing, I guess you could call it. Just a project that we decided to kind of work on while online because it's easy to do. I can't really do anything that I have to focus too much on, like counting and doing all the things like that. So I usually work on something like this whenever I'm on live so then I can talk to you all. So it makes it easier and I can concentrate on you guys more so, but still get some stuff done. So and I'd be sitting and crocheting anyway, so why not do it with you all? So beginning of yarn. Oh wow. Working right along. And no, yeah, scrolling. It's the weekend, so you're off tomorrow, aren't you? Or today, whatever. Tomorrow, it's still. Friday today now. I have a crochet order for a mini mushroom. Should I make it light blue or should I make it a multicolored blue? We could do like the bottom part of it, like the stem, if do it like a light blue and then do multicolor on the top. That'd be kind of cute. Grandson was sitting beside me when you were talking about the cookie. I said, yeah, you've already had your cookie. Did you hear that? You don't get any more. Without looking at me, he says, stop it. gosh. That's funny. I have to count and see where I'm at again. I might be right. I might be at 25, 26. I don't know. What time are you going to get off of your live? I'm not sure. I just kind of go with the flow, Josiah. Usually I'm on around 2 hours. Sometimes I'm on a little bit longer. The best part is that they really did have cookies for snack. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's funny. I have to go for a bit, but I will come back later. Okay, Josiah. We may be here. If I don't get to see you later, then thanks for joining us and have a great night. Okay, I'm going to recount this just to make sure that I have the right count. Because I think I am to where I can put my main color. Yes, because the 25th color will be my main color. My main accent color. Hello, Alma. How are you? Oh, wrong. 13 of 15. Gotcha. Okay, now I'm hoping I can get my pole here. Please let me get my pole. Yay. These two colors are, that's a little bit lighter. Okay, so I need to keep those back yet. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. Well, thank you, Alma. I appreciate that. I'm now making a baby blanket as well. Oh, cool. Yeah, I just delivered one today for an order. I think I did take a picture of it. Yes, I did. It's I have to get totally out of the way. That one there. If you can halfway see it. I'm trying to get out of the picture. Is the one I delivered today. And so now I'm working on a joint project with Lenora for a cardigan or a duster jacket cardigan. Just finishing the back panel of it.
How do you get my resume over to this?
So I'm gonna have to plug myself in. Gonna play the plugging game, I think, for a little bit. There we go. So what pattern are you using for your baby blanket, Alma? Thank you, scrolling. So what are you making now? It's, I'll show you what it is. I've got the picture. Oh, I'm all upside down. It's this right here. An inspiration photo that was sent to me. So we're working on it together. Pink, lavender, and yellow. Oh, that'd be so pretty, Alma. Very pretty colors. So I'm working on the back panel right now of that. So I'm on my last, that's the back side, but this is the back panel. that goes down the back, and then I'll work on it from there, build on it from there. I'll start on the sleeves next. I think that's what I've decided to do, is do the bigger pieces, like the bigger granny squares, get them out of the way, and then start on the little squares.
Straight center. Not gonna hit the computer. Oh, there's something.
Oh, geez. Okay. Third time's the charm. Oh, I'm getting snaps. Okay, so I think what I am going to do is start with the colors that have not made it to this big square yet, like I had talked about before. And that will be my browns. I really wanted to try to get my hot pink on here, but I'm already to the 25 rounds. And it's going to be plenty big as far as this back goes. I'm going to measure it real quick, though, to make sure. I better do that just to make sure. I'm going to go work on my blanket right now. Okay, Alma, thanks for coming and chatting with us for a while. I appreciate it. I'm glad you came in for a while. So feel free to come back anytime, and you enjoy the rest of your evening of crochet. And yes, Charlotte, I can see what you text right now asking if I can see it. I can see it now. Have you been trying to text and it's not going through? Or trying to chat? Okay, it's 27 inches panel back here, so if you have two of those, yeah, that's going to be plenty big. It was very nice chatting with you too, Alma. For some reason earlier, I was getting texting and it wasn't working. Oh, that's strange because actually I've not been having any issues for the longest time. It seems like everything kind of got corrected. So, oh boy. Yeah, what I said earlier was I lost my other channel and I had to make a new channel on your phone. Okay. Well, I've still been having some issues with my stuff too, so I'm trying not to mess with it to mess it up too much because I have a feeling that if and I'm not starting over. I'm not starting over. So, and my issues are nothing compared to what they were, but right now anyway. So, we'll see when it comes to some other things, but oh my goodness, so you just now found me back. Oh, well, I'm glad you found me back. Me too, me too. I have you too. Yeah, and I saw your name pop up. I was like, oh wow, she hasn't been here for quite a while, so I was hoping that everything was good. See, my messages are not coming through right. I said, me too. I have missed you, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's just strange what some things and what some people have been having issue with. I don't know if it's just that there's so much on YouTube now and all over the place and whatever. I don't know. I have no clue. All my animals sleeping on my bed now. Aw. Yeah, Luna's in there, I think, either laying on the couch or on her little bed on the floor. Cooling off. Our dog Cooper is sound asleep on his bed, and Miss B, our cat, is trying to get into my yard. Well, imagine that. Our Bailey that we used to have, she would get into my yard. I would come in sometimes, and I had everything put away in little, little basket things, and she would still get into it. Just, oh my gosh. She loved playing. She loved playing. Yes, I am, Diamond. I'm new here and need new friends. Well, everyone is welcome here. All we ask is that you bring kindness with you and are respectful. So, crafters, not crafters, whatever, we just have a little community. I guess we are fortunate that she does not shed. Oh, just so you know, they all went next door. Okay, thank you. Well, that's good. That's good on the shedding. Are they all enjoying the new place, Lenora? Charlotte. Hello, welcome back, Josiah. Hey, Patty, how are you doing? Hey, Ronan. Yes, I do. I do tend to crochet fast. It depends on which project I'm doing too. So, well, I'm glad that you're doing fine, doing good, Patty. Good. She's doing good, Patty. Her eye was pretty uh swollen and banged up. It looked like somebody had socked her right. Looked like she'd been in a fight. So, but it's went down quite a bit, and I think she's doing a lot better. Oh, good. Oh, good, Lenora. Good. So trying to get settled in. Okay. I am officially done with the back panel. I finished the Cardinals t-shirt, and I have finished this one here. I have just a little bit of a seam on this one to get all the way done, but this panel is completely done. I just have like maybe 5 or 6 like stitches over here that I just have to get all the way done. But yeah, this is the t-shirt that I was working on too, with the longer panel. And I think the colors turned out pretty good for what I was matching up to. So I have 3 more over here that I'm getting ready to do at some point that I'll work on them in between. I was working on this Bernat blanket yarn blanket, the mile a minute. And I can't remember if you were here whenever I started it or not, Patty. That turned out great too. Wow. Well, thank you very much. And so yeah, this is the blanket then. I got all the panels sewn together and it's done. Edging and all, and got everything sewed in, all my ends sewed in. So I got that done. So now I've moved on to working on our granny square cardigan duster coat thing that Lenora had sent me that we're working on together. Yes, I have been busy. I have been busy. And I got my one baby blanket. She finally got home because she got one of her grandbabies early. So I didn't get to meet her until today to get her baby blanket delivered, which is for a different shower. So, okay, this is my panel then to show my colors for my back panel. So what I'm going to do now is the colors that didn't make it into this panel are the ones I'm going to start working with and then go back to this series of what I did. So, I don't think I'm going to, I don't know. I might start with the hot pink because my browns are going to be what I start with. So I have this brown, and I'll work into that too. And I'll probably have this brown in there too somewhere. But this is the hot pink that I was wanting to go with my other pink. So I need to decide if I want to go ahead and do that as my center, and I might just go ahead and do that. Use it as my center and then bring out my browns from there because I will still be doing the other row in grays. And I still have plenty of gray down here to work with. I'm going to have to see, though, if I have any more darker gray because I'm almost out of gray beard. I'm thinking I don't have any more of that, but we're going to have to make something work. Because, again, I'm not buying any more yarn for this. That's what I'm telling myself. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah, and then I have this kind of corally kind of color too, so. Earlier, my son calls, asked if one of us was just in the house. He was in the bathroom, and when he came out, there were papers on the cabinet. I said, if yours can run down here, then mine can run up. There you go. He says, I'm going to have to train the dog better. Oh my gosh. Well, whenever the dog knows who the people are, they're not going to make a ruckus, right? Have you ever made anything with the crystal wave stitch? I don't know what the crystal wave stitch is, but that doesn't mean that I've not ever done it because I don't really retain names of certain stitches and stuff a lot of times, Charlotte. Sorry. I just saw a model with a t-shirt and granny trimmed. Yours was the first I saw, and now LA models are wearing these too. I just said that a minute ago. I was like, I seriously did not come across like this type, whatever. I had seen one as an inspiration where it was cut off, you know, like at the right here, you know. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cute. I'm just going to make one my own, and I'm going to make it the longer and stuff, and that's whenever I did the Cardinal t-shirt. I just did it the shorter, and I did it with the fabric, and I just, you know, I made that my own too. That was the first one I did, of course. And, you know, crocheted onto the lace, more lace to go with the red, white, and blue. And so I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and do some of these, and I may do some in the shorter still too, you know. And that's now, it's like, I'm seeing them. And it's like, okay. But I know anything you think of, if you go, there's going to be somebody that's already done it. And I've not taken this as like, oh, I thought I invented it. That's not what I'm saying. Isn't it just funny whenever you do something or you get something or whatever, like a car? And I remember, I think it was me and Sam were even talking about that the other day. It's like, you notice whenever you buy a car, you don't ever think you ever see that car until you buy one, and then you see it everywhere. So it's kind of one of those things, you know, which I thought was kind of interesting, you know. It's a very cool stitch. It's a 3D stitch. Okay, I'll have to look it up, Charlotte. And I got me a new notebook today. Now, if I can find it, I had it laying here so I can put all my notes in. I got this at Dollar Tree today, too. It was like, make every day sweet. So this is my little YouTube notebook to keep all my notes in. So I'll have to write that name down. Crystal Wave Stitch. And you know what? I may go in and see it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what, I've done that 100 times. Just didn't know it had a name, you know? Or if it had a name, it had a different name back in the day. I don't know. I love that t-shirt. That's cool. Well, thank you very much. But nobody around here is doing anything like that. I have not seen anything. There's nobody. I mean, at any of the markets that I've been to or that I've been a part of or anything, I am the only one that's really had any wearables or anything like that too much. I mean, yes, you still have your standard, like, the hats and the scarves, which, yeah, they're great. And there's been some really cute ones, really cute ones. But as far as anything wearable that much, there really hasn't been. And I mean, to me, this is something like around here, I mean, people would wear, it's nothing that outlandish. So I did put it up on my Facebook page to see if anybody, would be interested in, if there was like a favorite t-shirt or, you know, if there was a t-shirt that they even would want or, whatever. I mean, because sometimes your favorite t-shirt, if it's kind of going, but you can still make it into something and give it a new life in some way. So I did put something up to, and I'll see. I mean, I haven't had anybody reply yet, but I just put it up, I think, a couple days ago. So we'll see. But they're super fun to make. It's something different. Okay, which one did I start with over here? I think I started with the light one first. Yeah, I did. Well, thank you, Patty. I think the colors turned out really good, and yeah. And I said the other day, if I would have known in time Jake Owen was at our state fair, I could have maybe got this done and sold it to somebody to wear to his concert. But that didn't happen, so that's okay. I just thought it was kind of funny that I was working on a Jake Owen because it was like, and then I heard he was going to be there, which it was like earlier this past week when he was there, and I was like, oh my, what are the chances, So yeah, I'm gonna try to get these other shirts done and try to keep getting on Whatnot. I did go on Whatnot for about 45 minutes the other day and just kind of, if anything, it was more of a practice run of going through. Charlotte. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much, but you did not have to do that, but I do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. But I didn't pick the best time to go on, and I wondered about that. And so there wasn't hardly anybody coming in, really. So if anything, it got me back into making sure that I had everything in my inventory, which stuff I thought I had in my inventory wasn't there. So I have a few things to fix on that to go back in and do that. But it kind of gave me another practice run to do. So I will probably try to do a pop-up one sometime here, maybe over the weekend. I'm not sure. But I would like to put up one and have just a show to, like, have this. Well, that is just so doggone sweet. Just, yes, again, seriously, truly appreciate it. I truly do. I totally forgot about the Whatnot, and by the time I saw the notification, it was too late, right? Well, and it was a weird time, Lenora. It was. It was a weird time. But I thought, you know what? Like I said, I prayed about it before I even went on because I was like, whatever it's supposed to be, if it's practice, if it's whatever, just, and I'm glad I did do it because I mean, like I said, it had been a while since I'd done one. And like I said, ended up being that some of my stuff wasn't in, because I went through and made sure, I thought, that everything, I had transferred over to make it, where it was available um, for auction and not for the buy it now, which was still not a big deal. It was still in there, people could look and see, and if they, whatever. But, so yeah, I'll just have that. But yeah, I would like to get those other t-shirts done so that I can just have, even some of these where I can just have a few of them even and try that and see, And, I don't know if I want to continue to do like theme related or if, just get on and just whatever, have whatever available. So I'll get it figured out eventually, get figured out what I want to do and what is best for me and the best fit for me and what is the most fun for me to do. And, we'll get it figured out. I'm not too worried about it. And I think this hot pink is going to be fine. Starting with it and then using the gray, and then now I'm doing this mustard color because this is the only kind of yellowy, mustardy, whatever kind of yellow type base that I am using on this one. Because the other yellow I don't think is going to go. It's not going to go as good, so I'm leaving it out. And we'll leave it for that other panel that I was doing before with those colors. It's all practice. That's how you gain your followers too. Yes, and that's what I need to be consistent. If I want to do one a week, then I need to be like, okay, one a week, and even if I do that, for the next few months, just to kind of build it as I go and then figure out a schedule of some kind, because even if I'm sitting there, says people going in and out, it doesn't matter. Then they know, my name is on there. And if they want to bookmark me for later or something like that, because not everybody's going to be there for a wearable. Not everybody's going to be there for the amigurumi and the plushie. Not everybody's going to be there for home decor, blankets, whatever, it's so, and I just need to kind of figure out a time that's going to work for me and that's going to work for the people out there somewhat too, because I can't accommodate everybody. I know that. And it's just like with the YouTube and stuff, it's just being consistent and, but it was this that I needed to find the time to incorporate it, and now that I kind of have that, then yeah. So sometime this weekend, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it tomorrow, kind of evening-ish, or Sunday more during the day-ish, evening-ish. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but I would like to do another one and just kind of just wing it, even whatever. And even if I'm just sitting on there, crocheting through it or whatever, and just talking to people as we're going, I've done that before. So. Still the same project, Josiah, but I'm working on the arm part now. I got the bigger panel for the back done. And these are the colors that I ended up with for the back panel. So I'm starting with colors that did not make it to the big panel. and then work from there. Thank you. I hear somebody in there snoring. I think it's Luna. I'm going to have to get to work on that. On the sleeve? Is that what you're talking about, Lenora? Oh, my pinky is cramping on me. Usually doesn't cramp on me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm sticking it out too much. Okay, I can toss this back. Oh, I thought I already nipped it off, but I guess I didn't. That back in there. Rotate. Any part of it, not sure which part I'm doing next. Gotcha. So right now I'm working on a blanket for a friend of mine for Martin years. He's a pastor now. I'm making him a 3D V-stitch blanket. Oh, yeah, he'll appreciate that. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. When are you doing our renovation demo? Logan, we're kind of at a standstill on that right now. The person that we had helping us had an injury, and then summer came, and it's been so blazing hot that I wasn't going to make anybody do anything. So we're kind of at a standstill right now. So I don't have a time to give you. So we're kind of up in the air right now. I wish that we had been able to do it and work on it this whole time, but it hasn't worked out that way, so it kind of stinks. And we've had a lot of other stuff going on too, quite frankly, that if that wasn't enough, then all the other stuff would have been too. So whenever it starts cooling off, there are some things that we can go in and start doing in the meantime of the heal up of our other person that was helping us. So So that's a little update, I guess. So I'm just being patient in it, and it's in the Lord's time, you know? It really honestly is when it comes down to it. So that's where I'm at on it too. I have to be okay with it. Sorry, I only speak English. I like it. It's giving me a retro feel a little bit. What is my favorite type of yarn? My absolute favorite type of yarn when it comes to acrylic is like a no pill, low pill that's super soft. And I use, and my favorite brand in that is the Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby. So but this I'm using Big Twist. I have some Red Heart. I do have some of the Yarn Bee. So there's all brands that I'm using. Even Crafter's Secret. I have some of that I'm using. So yeah, I'm not minding so far doing it the way that I chose to do it. I think the hot pink goes. I think it totally is going. I think you may be asking me what I'm crocheting. Welcome from Brazil, but I'm working on a granny square cardigan, long cardigan. Like duster, and I don't even know if you can understand me or not. You may have a translator, I don't know. That's the inspiration photo right there. Watch what?
Are you gonna watch it?
Oh, for the 48 hours or whatever it is, yeah.
Or Dateline, wherever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off.
You gotta watch your clock.
I know, I have been. Yeah, Whitney came in and reminded me of what time it was, because we're gonna sit and watch our show together, so. Gonna be wrapping it up here in just a little bit. I have about 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes. I'm about to use up another cake, which I'm so excited about. I've already used up like 4 cakes. That's what I get super excited about, is just watching it just disappear and turn into something. Well, he's actually doing what I asked him to, so to keep me on track so we can watch it. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to come back on after we get done watching. We'll see. Because I'll probably take a rest from crocheting while I'm watching that anyway, and then I can come back on and we can work on it some more or whatever. Okay, I had this much left of that cake, so I'm still going to be able to use some though. It'll come in handy. So I'll keep that over there. Hey, now I just need to rotate again, and okay, I got that one already done, so I can put that there. Get this other brown. Oh, you'll hold your breath? Okay. Hello, Maria. So yeah, I am liking how these colors are working up. I think I made the right choice in doing it this way. Yeah, even with that next brown that I'm doing, that almost takes on like a yellow undertone, but it's not. It's more of a brown, kind of a blondie brown. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Every time I bring it in here. Every time I bring it in here. Oh, your glass is too hot. It's gonna overheat.
That's weird because mine's never done that.
Every time I bring it in here.
Hello, Rachel. How are you? Welcome to the live. Okay. I'm telling you what that is. You're trying to heal. Okay, Rachel, they put a cast on me. Now I can't crochet. Oh no. Happy Granny Square Day. Hey, Caitlin. Yes, we are crocheting Granny Square squares for days. That's what it's gonna end up being. Now I can't. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Rachel. Well, yeah, you're probably just gonna have to take a break from it for a while if it made it worse. I like see you a lot. I wanted to do my sister's sweater. Well, you'll still be able to do it, you know. How long are you going to be in your cast? From the pattern on the web, 6 weeks. White and purple. Oh, that'll be pretty. Oh, 3 kinds of purple? Oh, wow. That would be really pretty. Well, maybe as time goes on, maybe you'll be able to crochet a little bit with the cast once your arm kind of settles down, you know? I don't know. But you want to do what they tell you to do. Because you don't want to mess it up to where you can't do nothing, you know? She wants white sleeves. Okay. Oh, I think it'll be nice. I have a sweater that I did that was shades of blue, and I had stripes across the chest, but then I also had stripes kind of right here, but I think it will totally be fine to do white sleeves. And I broke my hand a few years back and I couldn't crochet for like a whole year. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun if you had to wait a whole year, but be better than not ever being able to use it or do anything later, you know. Hold on. It's in one of these boxes. It's a top down and it's a crop top sweater. I guess, yeah, I did the sleeves kind of right in here, the stripe that kind of went with the rest of the sweater, and then did a little bit more than white here. So I guess I didn't do it as much all in white. But I think it would still be fine even if you just did a couple of stripes up in here or something and then extended the white more, it would look good. So, however yeah, you do how you think, whatever you feel and what she wants. That's the fun and beauty of doing it. Okay, get her back up here. Okay, I don't think I got her up here very good, but good enough for now. Where can I get new patterns? There's all kinds of patterns on Pinterest and online. You just have to kind of, Jason, man. Yes. Yes, I've been seeing all those types, yeah, that have been showing up and granny square sweaters and things like that and whatever. I don't know how many of them have actually crocheted them themselves or not. I haven't looked into that, but they could be actually crocheting them themselves. I don't know. And if you have your basic stitches down and kind of know how to read a pattern and have been doing it long enough, it would be fine. You would do fine. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. And I need to get off of here. So, I am going to try to come back on around 10. So, if y'all want to catch me at 10 o'clock Central Time, feel free to come back. I've already been on for almost, well, 2.5 hours, I guess. So I will still be working on the granny squares. I'm going to take a couple-hour break and sit and watch a show with my husband. And it's one that we watch every week, try to watch every week. So, anyway, I'm going to go for now. I appreciate every single one of you and love you all dearly. And I will catch you again later on. I have to go, so bye. Thank you, Josiah. You too. See you later. See you later, Patty. You take care too. Okay, we'll see y'all later. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. We'll talk again soon.